Myself and my wife, we are the owners of Doris Miller Memorial Park, 4800 Bellmead Drive in Waco.
Okay, so tell me, how did this happen? You first were a coach, so tell me about your coaching career first, and then we'll work up to here.
Okay, yeah, Heather, I was blessed to be a coach. Didn't know that I was going to be a coach. I worked for a Spanish radio station. That's my degree is in radio, television, film. I worked for KXYZ, Radio 13. I sold the Astros and Rockets in Spanish for 5 years in Houston.
Did you really?
I was played for the Houston Oilers. I was released, went to the Detroit Lions, Cincinnati Bengals. Finally, I said, whoa, guys, that's good enough for me. I had an old bad knee, couldn't pass the physical at Detroit. Yeah. And so I just decided to go to work. So I started selling Spanish radio advertising, did that for 5 years. I came to Waco to just see a buddy of mine's classroom. Went in that classroom with him and fell in love. And so I was a substitute for 1 year, and then I coached for 24, so a total of 25 years. That's kind of how it happened, but it was really just a special deal. My 9th grade English teacher gave me a chance. Jean Lessman hired me at Lake Air Middle School. She and Johnny Tusa gave me a chance, and I was there for 3 years, and then she and I both went to the 9th grade center. I was there for 2 years, and then a good friend of mine, Jerome Stewart, was the principal. He was the principal at Lake Air after Gene Lessman, but then got the high school principal job at Lago Vista High School. He asked me to come to be their first athletic director and first head football coach. So we started the football program at Lago Vista. At Lago Vista, they didn't have money to play football. So we're sitting in the first board meeting and they're talking about tables, chairs, and teachers. And I said, well, had a novel idea. I asked the board if we could study football, what it would cost to play. And a guy facetiously said, yeah, study it, and if you figure out how to pay for it, then we'll play. Well, people in Lago Vista wanted football. We raised $182,000 to play football in Lago Vista, and the school didn't pay a dime of the field equipment, the uniforms, anything. That the quarterback club, Jerry Sizemore's wife, Lisa Sizemore, started, and we raised the entire thing. And for the first 4 years of Lago Vista football, the district didn't pay anything. The booster club, quarterback club, paid for it. So I wanted to. That was a great place to be. It was an outstanding place to be. But I like playing at a high level. I like coaching at a high level. And it was going to be a while before Lago Vista was going to be at the level at which I was used to playing and coaching. Okay. So I called Coach Tusa and asked if he had anything, and he made a spot on his staff, and I came back to Waco, and several years later we played for a state championship in '06. That same year in '06, I was promoted to the head track coach, and we were very fortunate. We won several individual event state championships, and then we won the 4x100 meter relay state championship, 5A. So we just had a lot of success, and after about 7 years of that, I felt like it was time to get back in the big chair. So I was fortunate enough to get the Marlin job, and we were able to go over there, and we were lucky there. We turned the program back around because Marlin was a storied program that had fallen off. We turned it back around and wanted to get a couple more A's behind my name, so wanted to get up to the 4A level. So we ended up going to LBJ for a year there at LBJ, and we finally got that one going, made the playoffs, and so Waco gave me a call and said, hey man, you interested in coming home? Well, anyway, long story short, I ended up coming home, coached at university for 4 years, enjoyed it, greatest bunch of kids and families, but I just couldn't get it going. I couldn't turn it around. And so felt like the good Lord was trying to tell me something. So I finally retired in '17. And after I retired, I kind of piddled around for a year, took a year or so off. And then my wife and I, we decided Miss Janice Matthews was retiring, And our folks are here. My mother's here. Her grandparents are here. And we just decided that this would be a good place, a great labor of love for us. And so we just came over here. We bought the place, and now we've done some things to kind of turn it around.
So you bought the place in 2017?
We bought it in 21.
Okay.
What I missed was I moved to Houston after I retired. I stayed in Waco for a year. I moved to Houston, and I still work for the Texas Department of Housing. So I went to work for the state. I inspect mobile homes.
Do you really?
So early in the morning, every morning, I'm up I'm gone about 6:30. I'm late. And my area is from Sealy back this way.
Yeah.
And so I'll go to work and end up back here working that afternoon.
Wow, okay. So tell me, you kind of just said your morning, but tell me your typical day from when you wake up to when you go home.
Yeah, typical day for me.
Yeah.
Like I said, about 6:30, I'm out the door, and I'm going to be in Giddings or Bastrop or Smithville or Bryan or wherever I am, and I do basically go and do a day's work there, and then I come back here and do whatever I have to do. If we have to dig, so we just have to manage our days. What days we need to be here to dig. The crew comes out on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday typically.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I'll come and meet them and do what I need to do. So it's a long day. Last night I left here about 8:30. So, it's a long day, but it's fun. It's kind of like coaching.
Well,
if you're,
Tell me the similarities from coaching to this.
Oh man, coaching, really and truly, playing ball and coaching prepares you for success in business. It really does, because you have to have the same mentality, the same business acumen. If you're an NFL football player, if you don't, you're going to waste all your money. So you have to have some semblance of knowledge of business. And so same thing is true if you're coaching. You have to know some things about time management. You have to know, you will know some things about hard work, dedication, teamwork, all those good things. And all of that is prevalent and just kind of it just blends itself together when you talk about coaching and owning a business. My coaching experience is what prepared me to own this business. And my wife as well. We both just old coaches, but we used to go and being the first ones there. We used to being the last ones, leaving, and that just is what we do.
Would you say you're working more? You're working the same? I mean, hour-wise, time-wise, how do you think that is compared to your
Well, I think it's about the same, Heather, but you know what? If you're coaching, you're going to be there on Saturday. You're going to be there on Sunday during football season. It's a 7-day-a-week grind, and from the time you hit the spot at 7 a.m. or 6 or whatever, you're moving. Yeah. I used to tell the guys, hey, you've got your football coaching ball in the air, you've got your classroom ball in the air, you've got your grading papers ball in the air, you've got your meeting parents ball, you've got all these balls, all your duties, you've got all these things in the air. You got to be able to juggle them. Oh, yeah. And it's the same thing here. That's why I say coaching prepared me for this. It just makes you to where you create balance in your life. But to answer your question, I think this may be more on some days, but what it's not is every day. Coaching during football season, it's every day. And you figure Monday nights is middle school, Tuesday nights is volleyball, Wednesday nights there's something to do. If it's not FCA, it's something. Thursday night is JV. Friday we're rolling, and Saturday we're working at the school, and Sunday we're back at 3 o'clock working again. So it's an all week party.
Well, it's a grind.
It's a grind.
It really is a grind.
It is.
And I know that the owner here was retiring, and but really, what got you interested in here in the first place?
Well, the facility, Doris Miller is he is the pride of Waco. I mean, he's a big time hero. in World War II, and we just thought that we could make a difference. We just thought we could make a difference. So my wife and I, we just decided, hey, instead of us complaining or anything like that, let's get after it. And so, fortunately for us, Miss Matthews gave us a shot at it because she had some other callers. She had some other people who were interested in the facility, and it probably made sense to them. But she really wanted us to have it, and so she made a way for that to happen.
Yeah, well, I'm just from a football field to a cemetery. That's not. You don't correlate.
It's not a natural progression,
no,
huh?
It's really not.
Well, my grandmother's over there.
Okay.
My mom is back there.
Okay.
So really the special spot for me is just right here at the flagpole. Just being inside of Doris Miller and that monument over there just speaks to us and lets us know why we're here. You know, we're here for our folks. We're here to give these folks somewhere that they can be proud of. So, you know.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your accolade. Tell me about what you got a few weeks ago.
Oh, well, well, like I said, I got a call from Coach Love and Coach Smith and Coach Trokum with Waco ISD, and they're all really good friends. Coached with them for years, and I thought they were messing with me, but they told me that I was being inducted into the Waco ISD Hall of Fame, and didn't know how to take that because there's certainly a lot more people, certainly more who deserve it more than I. But Heather, if they're going to, I'm really appreciative that they would consider somebody like me. I got second place in state in the 400 meters. We went as a relay team. We dropped the stick. We played for a state championship and we lost. I've gotten there several times, but never won the big one. We were in the top 5 in the state as a track coach for 4 of 5 years, but never won it. And so for them to consider me, I think it's a beautiful thing to me because this is what it says. To me, it says that they appreciate hard work, discipline, dedication, and all of those things are things that I learned in Waco ISD. As a kid in Waco ISD, the teachers, the very bright, brilliant teachers, and the staff, the lunchroom workers, the janitors, they all loved us as kids and they all loved on us, and they taught us to be proud of who we were and to work hard and those things that I talked about, And so that just, it means a lot to me because it just says that if you do your best, can't sweat the rest. Somebody, you don't know who's watching you, just do your best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very big
It's a
accolade.
blessing.
Let me ask you your favorite part that you miss about coaching and your favorite part about working here.
My favorite, you can't simulate Friday night. You can't simulate it. You can't simulate it as a coach. You can't simulate it. But the closest thing to being a player is to be a coach. And now you cannot simulate that feeling that you feel as a coach on Friday night, walking out of the Alamo Dome and telling yourself, hey man, remain calm. Just remain calm. We're going to do what we do, remain calm. And as soon as you walk out there and 40,000 people go crazy, you go crazy, So that's the thing. Friday nights, somebody asked me the other day, do you miss coaching? I miss the room.
Yeah.
I miss the room. I miss the room with the coaches. I miss the room with the players. I miss the faculty meetings with the teachers. I miss the people. Do I miss 7 days a week grinding? No, I really don't. I'm thankful that I don't do it like that anymore.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing here is watching the families when they come to this place and they see what we've done to the place, and them come up to you and thank you for what you're doing. That is something that I think that makes my mother proud, and I'm thankful.
That's Oh, I love that. That's awesome. I got to ask about this football season. Are you going to be on the sideline Friday night somewhere?
Well, this Friday night I will be. I'll be at Waco ISD to accept this award. But I haven't been on a field since 2017.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Wow.
I don't. My son, one of my sons he plays at TSU, and so we go to his games. But as far as being on the field, I try to stay away and not get in anybody's business.
Wow.
Because I've got
I'm
some.
shocked.
I got some ideas. You get down on the field, man, you start thinking about it. So I try to stay away.
All your years in education and coaching impact a lot of people. Now here you impact people in a different way. That's kind of a full circle moment from, molding children to impacting in the way where, giving them a place for all of eternity here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I think that part of it is my favorite part. That part of seeing what you're doing to help these families, that's my favorite part, because many of these families are part of my teams, my coaching teams. Met a guy here this weekend, he was one of my kids. His family, I remember them when he was playing for us at Waco High. So when they come up to you and they say, Coach Willis, thank you for all you're doing, you and your family out here, and we appreciate you. Yeah, that's a full circle, man. It's you know what it is? It's what you told the kids it was. It's if you do the right thing and if you go to school and you do everything you're supposed to do, the good Lord will take care of you. And then they see an old man. I'm not the same guy I used to be, but they see this old man and they say, Coach, you were right, man. You own your business. You do this, you do that. Man, that's good stuff.
So you're not talking the talk, you're walking the walk.
Well, we try.
We try to.
Mm-hmm.
What coach had the biggest impact on you?
Oh, that's a good one too.
Ask me a hard question, man. That's an easy one. No, I'm telling you.
You've talked a lot. You've named several coaches since we've been
here. Yeah. And I've been around some really good coaches, man. And I'm really blessed to have been around those coaches. My uncle, Willie Ward, was the head coach at Waco High on 19th Street. He's been a big part of my life. My pastor was a coach. One of the deacons in the church was a coach. And all these guys had a profound, made a difference in my life. But Johnny Tusa, my high school football coach, and then the guy who I coached with at Waco High, and who has always been my mentor since I was 15 years old, he's not only been like a father to me, he's been a father to me. So that guy, his hands on my shoulder has been the best thing in the world. I mean, he showed me things to do and not do that has just been really good for me. And here's the thing, Coach Tusa has gotten really smart the older I've gotten, because he and I used to argue tooth and nail. You can ask anybody in those meetings. I've always had my own mind, and he would listen to me. Sometimes it was a good idea, sometimes it's just crazy, But I thought he was crazy, But the older I've gotten and sitting in those big chairs myself, dang, that guy was smart, He was bright, and I should have shut up and listened more.
Have you thought about writing a book?
No, I told him he should write a book. He's the one that should write a book.
I'd say you should do it, because you've got some great stories. I can listen to you all day long.
Oh, man.
Do you have any closing words you want to say?
I just want to thank Channel 25. I want to thank y'all for coming out and checking out Doris Miller, and for honoring us by coming out. And we're just proud to be back in Waco and proud to be able to help.